Hi there, what's going on everyone? This is Sue. I hope you guys are doing well. Wanted to share with you guys another success tip for today. And this tip is something that I learned from Jim Rohn, right? He's a great motivational speaker, good life coach, and very influential leader. A lot of the other people that I listen to, like Tony Robbins and Les Brown, and they all like mention Jim Rohn, like they've learned from him as well. So he's a great leader. And if you don't have his CDs or if you don't know who he is, just go out there to go to YouTube and just type in Jim Rohn. He's got a lot of success tips, okay? Today's tip is, or today's lesson is that we are not paid for our time. Instead, we are paid for the value that we bring to the marketplace. You know, and you might think like, Sue, what are you talking about? You know, I do get paid for my time. Every day I go to work, I clock in at 8, I clock out at 5 o'clock, and I get paid a certain amount per hour, right? Technically, right, you're trading your time for money, but in reality, you know, the dollar amount that you get per hour is proportionate to the value, or at least the perceived value, that you bring to your boss, to your company, to the marketplace, basically. Because if you look at it this way, right, just look around you or look around your workplace and look at, you know, like look at your boss, look at your supervisor, look at your manager. They also come into work the same hours as you, right? But why do they get paid more? Just think about it, right? You get paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace. So if the company perceives you as a higher value employee, they're going to pay you a higher dollar per hour wage, right? And just look at sometimes the managers, they don't even come in the same time like you, right? They might just come in at 9 and they clock out early because they don't need a clock out. They just leave, you know, but they still get paid their salary, which is a lot higher than yours. So how do you change this, right? The first thing is you have to realize that this concept, you know, if you actually receive this message and realize that, you know, you need to be more valuable to the marketplace so that you can get paid more, then that's the first step to changing your circumstances. Because if you just believe and you actually buy into the idea that, oh, I'm only worth $8 an hour or $10 an hour or $15 an hour, you're going to stay in that limiting belief that that's all you're going to be. And then you're just hoping for next year where you get a 3% raise or a merit increase or whatever. And some places, you know, like the county, the governments, you know, it doesn't matter if you've done a lot of good work. Every year you're going to automatically get your pay increase. So you can expect it. So each year you're like, well, Sue, I grow every year because every year my wage goes up, my value goes up. And, you know, there's some truth behind that because, you know, the company, they're going to pay you a little bit more because you've been working there for a while. So that's, you know, you're more valuable than a brand new customer or a brand new employee. But, you know, if you really want success in life, if you really want to, you know, expand the possibilities for yourself, you have to start looking for ways to add value to yourself so you can add value to your marketplace. A really good example of value versus paying for time is a person in a sales position, right? Someone who is in sales position, they get paid commissions. That means whatever you produce, the more you produce, the more commission you get. So your compensation is proportionate to the value that you bring to the company. The amount of sales you take in, you get a commission of that. So it's not hours you don't get paid for the time, right? It's just if you don't produce that day, if you don't make any sales and you're in a commission only environment, which I have before, you know, it's tough, right? Because it really shows how much value you bring to the business, to the company. You know, there are times, you know, when I was just starting off in my sales, you know, profession, when I first started off, you know, I just took any job at that time, and I was selling for a Yellow Pages, right? And I was selling for a Spanish Yellow Pages. So, I mean, English is my second language. I mean, I grew up here. We came here when I was really young. So English, although it is my second language, I use it more than my first language, which is Cambodian. But Spanish is like my, I don't even know how to speak a lot of Spanish. I took a few years in high school and some in college, so I can listen and understand certain words and stuff. But I was selling in the Spanish Yellow Book, right? Selling to companies. So the good thing was, I didn't need to know how to speak Spanish. A lot of the other sales reps, they don't speak Spanish either, because we didn't need to speak Spanish. So we're just going to companies, business owners, door to door or business to business, and selling them the idea that, hey, the Hispanic market is growing. It's the fastest growing market. We have a Yellow Page here that you can market directly to them. Even though you don't speak Spanish yourself, Mr. Business Person, it's still a good idea to market yourself to this community, because they have money to spend also. And if they can't find you, then you're not going to get, you're missing out on this completely, big market, right? The Hispanic market. So I was going business to business, pitching that message right there. And at the beginning, it wasn't that easy, I mean, I didn't have confidence in myself, and the value that I brought to my company, to my employer, was very little, because I didn't produce any sales. I mean, I did, but I didn't produce the same amount as like people who have been in there for some time and who are more skilled at selling. So that's a really good example right there for, the value you bring to the marketplace and the amount of money you get paid. And, there are people out there who bring massive value to the marketplace, and they get paid like huge sums of money. My mentor, he's a multimillionaire because he knows so much, and he gives so much away, right? He gives so much value, and people, they just want to join him. They want to join his vision. And when he does stuff, people follow and people listen to him. And that's the thing is, that's where I want to get to, is I want to just give so much value that you can't help but, pay me money for no reason, right? Another example, right? I remember, here's another good example. If sales is all commission based, right? But if you've ever had the privilege, or if you ever had the circumstance of working on a farm, some people, they don't speak English, or they can't get the regular job, at a store and stuff, or, because they don't speak English, they have to go out there and work on the farms, right? Doing manual labor. And that's where we were at one point. My parents, they used to work at a farm also. And I remember growing up, I would get out of school and we would drive to the farm where my parents would, help out and work and get some extra money. And I remember, picking strawberries, picking eggplants, picking grape leaves. I even did that. And I remember the grape leaves because we used to have to wake up early before even dawn. No, from dusk, before the sun even rose, we were already on the fields. And I remember that one day, because it was cold, right? It was like a fall day or something like that. And we had to go pick leaves. And I was like, why the heck are we picking leaves? Why are we picking grape leaves? I didn't know. I didn't know why still. But we went there to pick the grape leaves off the branches. And I remember because, it was just, and we got paid by the box. So how many boxes we could fill up and that's how we usually get paid is, by the box. So if you're picking strawberries, if you're picking bitter melon, or if you're picking eggplants, it's all paid by the box. And you know how much you get paid for one box? And this box of eggplants is maybe like 30 pounds, 40 pounds. you would get like $1.50 or $2 per box. So, you know, and to fill that up, it takes about maybe 30-40 minutes or so. And you can go a whole day. If you're just working by yourself, you can probably do like maybe 40 boxes. No, not even that. Probably like 20 boxes at the most by one person, and you're getting paid $1.50 or $2. So, you know, you can imagine that's hard work right there. But that's the value that goes into, you know, like if you are not educated, right? Let's say you don't have a high level education or whatnot, and you kind of have to go work on the fields, and you know the value that you bring to that the farmer, the owner of the farm, you know, that's the value that they place on the crop. You know, I mean, they're not going to be able to pay you, you know, oh, $10 per box, because they don't make a lot of profit themselves. So the value is going to be lower versus you know, a profession where you're a graduate, you're a college graduate, you're a doctor or whatnot. You know, there's a different value there. But you can see, you know, that's why it's so important to grow yourself, to learn things, to work on your own personal development, you know. And, you know, I was talking right now about education and stuff, right? It's good to have an education, right? You need to have at least some level of education to be able to communicate, to be able to read and be able to write and stuff like that, right? But, you know, you don't have to have like the highest level of education. You don't have to go and become a doctor to get paid big bucks, you know. Just work on yourself, you know, work on your personal development, work on your mindset, work on, you know, growing yourself from within, because, you know, a lot of the great leaders, a lot of the most successful people in the world, you know, some of them are even college dropouts. Some of them haven't even graduated high school, you know, but they've gone on to make millions because they can influence people with their message. They can, you know, they've been working on themselves. So that's the message here. And I kind of went off topic there a little bit, but I was talking about it, so I just had to cover it. But today's success tip was, you are not paid for your time. You are paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace. So start building yourself so you can bring more value, and then you're going to see your income rise in correlation with the value. All right, guys, let me know what you think. You know, if you disagree or if you agree, put it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this. And if you want to check out our business, if you want to see what our team is about, go ahead and click the link below, and you know, check us out, see what we're all about. If it makes sense for you, decide to join and be part of our team. We're looking for people who are like-minded, who wants to grow, who wants to make a difference in the community and in their lives. So, and we have tools and systems in place to help you with that, okay? So we can help you achieve your success. Be a part of our team. Check us out first. If it makes sense, then join. If not, you know, best of luck to whatever you want to do in life. I believe that if you build yourself, you're going to have more value to give back, and you're going to see your income grow as a result of that. So, all right, guys, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, as always, don't be so stressed out, because life is just too short, okay, to be stressed out. So, all right, again, peace.